Hello everyone, I'm Dee Dee Parker, an 8-year member of Hideaway Hills and the chair of the Social Committee. We're the committee that puts on concerts. We have the Holiday Tour of Lights, the Holiday Tour of Homes, the Deck Tour, and also the Chili Cook-Off, keeping everybody busy. In this video, we'll explain how our volunteer committees work, some of what they do, and hopefully inspire some of our new members to get involved and meet their neighbors. Without our volunteer committees, we couldn't accomplish most of what happens in the Hills. Next, you'll hear from 3 very active chairs who also happen to be friends of mine, Sue Pyle, Eric Boysko, and Ginger Reed. And thank you all for listening.
Hi everybody, my name's Jeff Harper. I am the general manager here at Hideaway Hills Club and have the pleasure of sitting with some of our volunteer committee chairs today. Folks, will you introduce yourself?
I'm Sue Pyle. I'm the chair of the Lakes Committee. I've been here since forever, back 27 years now. Bought in '94, moved in full-time in '96.
I'm Ginger Reed. Dave and I purchased our home here in 2004. In 2009, I became the chairperson of the Communications Committee. I've served on the board for 3 different terms, and I've also served on the Social Committee, the Health and Wellness Committee, and I was part of the group that started the Organic Garden.
Hi, I'm Eric Boysko. I was asked to revive the Utility Services Committee. Been here since 2018, and also been asked to chair the Golf Committee as well.
Very good. And today we are here to talk about those volunteer opportunities, how you might get involved, as well as some of the processes for the committees. Ginger, how many total committees does Hideaway Hills Club have?
We have 23 committees and approximately somewhere 100, 150 volunteers that are on those committees. So it's a big group of people. Other lake communities, there's an association, the Ohio Lakes Communities Association, and they have meetings twice a year. So when we go to those meetings, everybody wants to know how we get so much done, and we tell them it's our volunteers. And they just don't know how we can get that many volunteers together to get everything done, because they can't do it, but we can.
And I want to add one thing to that, because I do remember as a new member not too long ago hearing about that. And it's not just the volunteering, but what the volunteers do is to keep our fees down. And if we had to hire for management for each of these roles, that would be a huge expense. So please consider joining a committee or taking part of it.
The group who produced our informational video series did a rough calculation of HAH volunteer hours. It's hard because some work ebbs and flows and people don't always remember time they spend doing things like answering member questions, researching, and responding to phone calls and emails. Here's what we found. Committee chairs donate somewhere between 4 and 40 hours of time per month. It varies a lot by season, project, or committee, sometimes more and sometimes less. We did a rough average of 20 hours per month, so about 2.5 days a month for committee chairs. We looked at the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports for the average hourly wage for meeting and event planners in Ohio. If we had to outsource the services our 23 committee chairs provide, it would cost us in the neighborhood of $165,000 a year. And that's just the committee chairs. Add in maybe 100 committee members' time, and you'd get to a grand total of $265,000 a year. And that doesn't count non-committee member volunteer hours.
Very good. And I will say in my entire career, and I've managed several resort communities, I've never seen volunteerism at this level in any community, in any resort, anywhere. It is absolutely astounding to me, and that's phenomenal.
One of the things that I've been asked about the committees is it seems like it's a running joke with some people, why do we have so many committees? But generally those people are saying that have never been on a committee, and as part of the Utility Services Committee, we understand the cell contract tower and what's involved in the capacity, and as golf course chair, some of the long-term planning that we're doing with the course and some of the improvements so there's a lot of things that the committee does, and if the general manager had to keep track of every detail, I don't know that we would get much of anything done.
just want to say when we raise money on these committees, we do that to enhance the amenities. Like when we raise money through the pontoon launch, we use that money to, we bought new docks at the beach. We've done a pathway at the dam. We're going to seal the pathway at the dam. The money's used to enhance the amenities. And there's also services here that the committees provide where they, like the garden group that goes down front and plants flowers, and the chapel has services, and it's not always about just the money or just making something look better. It's a service to the community.
So can you describe just your individual committees, what each of them actually do?
That's me.
Take it away.
Yeah, we have environmental concerns, of course, for the water, the cleanliness of the water. We work with ODNR rules. They own the water. We own the land. We do the pontoon launches and removals so that people that don't have trailers and are not good at trailering boats can. It's a service we provide, and that's probably our biggest money maker of the year. And we also have a tadpole fishing contest for the kids when it's non-COVID times, and we've had adult fishing contests for getting some of the big carp out of the lake. We'd like to have a bass fishing contest soon. Those type of things.
Okay, very good. And I personally got to see on the week I was out here interviewing the boat pull from the lake, and that was a pretty amazing process. Now, I was from Texas. It was 31 degrees. I may not remember all of it, but it was an amazing process, and to get it done in that amount of time.
Yeah, and that's mostly volunteers that just show up that day. I make a few phone calls, of course, but we get a minimum of 35, and then you usually have around 50 people that show up to take part in that. And then we have a party afterwards where we pay for beer and pizza. And it's a good way to get to know new people, to come down and volunteer for that. And if we have all the jobs filled up, we say stay and watch and see how it happens. And it's a fun event. It's work, but it's a fun event.
It is. It's fun. I enjoy my part that I do. So, yep. And
Ginger, how about you?
my communications committee does the directory every other year. The directory has alphabetical order of all the people who live in Hideaway Hills. It has all of the lots listed numerically. So if you want to find someone, it makes it a little bit easier. It gives us the history of Hideaway Hills. It gives us the history of the brewery. We have our own brewery here. Being in charge of the Echo, why I'm pretty much front cover to back cover is what I do. It has a list of your board members, your management members. I get ads from the office. I get ads from, they just send them directly to me. I have a short list of people that each month I go, hey, it's time for the Echo at the end of this week. Don't forget to send me your stuff. And so it's just putting together everything that's sent. It has our financials in it. It has the president's report. Jeff does a report quarterly for us now. And so it has the calendar of what's going on in Hideaway Hills each month.
So the short answer for the golf course is run the tournaments and generally oversee the course. The long answer is with 13 plus tournaments that we have, you start to break down to, it could be sponsors, it could be advertising, it could be food, it could be setting up the course for the different type of events. If there's merchandise or giveaways, to be involved. It's to coordinate things with the clubhouse if it involves work from them. We have work days and goes on and on. We try to make some improvements to the course, like we put mirrors on the tees. So now if you have a laser, they'll be more receptive to it. We just last year upgraded the yardage distance and signage. So there's a lot of other things and that we've done. Paving the path, so a lot of other things. And again, it's because of the volunteers that we have so much help. Don't get me wrong, maintenance does do a good part of it, but we work with them to do it. And there's no question that we would need 2 or 3 times the staff if we didn't have the volunteers.
Agreed, and I know our maintenance team has 6 people, so just to have 13 additional helping is certainly a big deal. I know there are a lot of hours that get put in, and I appreciate everything that you all do. It truly does make my job easier. So thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you at Hideaway Hills Club.
Can I add where they can find more information about the committee?
You may. Yes, please.
You can go to www.hideawayhillsclub.com and you'll see something for members. You'll see something for the information, and you'll be able to find the rules, the regulations, the member list, the committee list, the volunteers that with their phone numbers that are the chair people. Everything's right there that you need.
Again, thank you everyone for joining us.